if our driving force to make our artwork is to expand that experience and share that experience with the audiences, if we're not finding ways to fund our artwork, then we're not able to complete those experimentations. My name is Lordy Rodriguez. I'm originally from the Philippines and grew up in Texas, and I live here in the Bay Area right now. I've been teaching for about 8 years now. One of the, I guess, pillars of this venue into arts entrepreneurship, I think, is to find ways to push that experimentation through other economic examples that exist out there. In the arts entrepreneurship seminar that I've taught at San Jose State, there was this one example from a graduate student that I think really encapsulates this idea in a really beautiful and simple way. What she did was she proposed that in addition to the sculptures, you can also buy a little tin that had either gloves or a dental dam inside of it. And I think the gloves were $15 and the dental dam was going for $35. The thing is that when you buy one of the two tins, you put them on, and it gives you a different level of interaction with the work. Since this work was about the male gaze, the general experience was to stand in front of the sculpture of this female bust that was larger than life size, and just stare at it. And that in itself captured her concept perfectly fine. But with the addition of these ancillary experiences, now you get to touch the sculpture, or daringly lick the sculpture. Now, the idea of already touching a sculpture is already kind of taboo in a museum setting. You're going to get the security guard running after you the moment you do that. Even more so if you start licking it. And that already started to change the whole dynamic of that experience. And because of that experience has changed, it created a third-party viewer, where you have a viewer that is watching somebody interacting with the sculpture. And that in itself had really expanded this idea of the male gaze and that experience with the work. It's not really about how much revenue can come in. Of course, that's important. And I don't want to dispel the need for bringing in currency and revenue, because that's how we're able to fund our own projects. So that's really important. But that's not really the driving force. The driving force is that sense of value in the product that they're making, either the social value that it has or the personal value that it has. And then the marketability comes out of that, and it should come out of it kind of naturally.